There are moments, my dear friends, when the weight of life feels almost too much to bear. There are seasons when your heart aches, not because you did wrong, but because you gave it all, and they threw it away. You showed mercy, and they showed you betrayal. You gave kindness, and they returned cruelty. You opened your arms, and they walked away laughing. There is a deep and aching truth that many of us learn the hard way. Not every smiling face deserves a seat at your table. Not every warm voice deserves to whisper into your heart. Not every hand stretched out in friendship is reaching to lift you up. Some are there to pull you down. Your heart is the most precious treasure you possess in this life. It is the wellspring of your dreams, the cradle of your courage, the altar of your faith. And yet far too often we hand it over to those who have no intention of cherishing it. We allow strangers and sometimes even friends to trample on what is sacred. We open the gates wide without ever asking if the ones entering come with blessing or with destruction in their hands. You were never meant to be a playground for the reckless. Your heart was not designed to be an open door to every wandering soul who passes by. It was meant to be guarded, protected like a priceless jewel, entrusted only to those who know how to handle its weight with reverence. When you let the wrong people too close, they will drain you, deceive you, and damage you in ways that take years to heal. When you let just anyone in, you expose your dreams to mockery, your kindness to betrayal, and your faith to ridicule. The wrong people do not see your heart as something holy. They see it as something to use, to manipulate, to consume for their own ends. Some of you are tired tonight, not because you are weak, but because you have allowed too many careless souls to drink from your spirit. You keep giving and giving, thinking your love will change them, your patience will heal them, your kindness will awaken something good inside them. And maybe sometimes it will. But there are those who have no intention of changing, no desire to be healed, no interest in becoming better. They will take every ounce of light you give and still ask for more. They will sit at your table, feast on your kindness, and then criticize your hospitality. They will borrow your hope and leave you empty. They will smile at you while slowly stealing your peace. And if you are not careful, you will wake up one day wondering where your strength went, where your joy disappeared to, where your purpose has been buried. Guarding your heart does not mean being cold. It does not mean shutting everyone out or living in suspicion. It means having the wisdom to discern who is worthy of entering the sacred place of your life. It means realizing that your energy, your dreams, your spirit, they are too valuable to be wasted on people who neither appreciate nor respect them. It means setting boundaries, not because you are cruel, but because you finally understand the worth of what you carry inside you. It means choosing your inner circle with great care, surrounding yourself with those who inspire you to rise higher, not those who pull you into the dirt of bitterness and regret. You have a purpose on this earth, a divine calling that demands the full strength of your heart. If you keep allowing it to be wounded by careless hands, you will have nothing left to give to the places where your love is actually needed. You will have no energy left for the true battles that matter. You must be vigilant. You must be correct. Some are storms pretending to be rain. There is no shame in closing the gates to the wrong people. There is no guilt in saying no to those who have proved unworthy of your trust. You do not owe your heart to everyone. You do not owe your dreams to everyone. You do not owe your sacred self to everyone. The ones who are meant to walk with you will respect the walls you build and honor the doors you open. They will recognize the treasure of your heart, and they will never ask you to give it away cheaply. Guard your heart, because it holds the dreams that will change the world. Guard your heart because it is the birthplace of your destiny. Guard your heart because it is worth more than gold, more than fame, more than the fleeting approval of men. Not everyone deserves access, and that is not cruelty. It is wisdom. There is a painful truth that too many hearts have learned after they have been torn apart. Kindness, when given blindly, does not always heal. Sometimes it destroys. We grow up hearing that kindness is a virtue, that love can overcome anything, that mercy always wins. And yes, kindness is a holy thing. Yes, love is powerful beyond words. But when kindness is poured out without wisdom, when mercy is given without discernment, it becomes a weapon turned against the giver. It invites in the very evil it was meant to conquer. It strengthens the very darkness it was meant to break. There are some who will take your kindness and wear it like a mask, pretending to change while plotting in the shadows. There are some who see your compassion not as a gift, but as an opportunity. Not as something sacred, but something they can exploit. And if you are not careful, if you do not open your eyes and guard your spirit, your kindness will be the very thing that chains you. It will be the very thing that breaks you. Because kindness without discernment is not noble. It is dangerous. You were not created to be a sacrifice on the altar of other people's dysfunction. You were not made to be a perpetual rescuer of those who refuse to rescue themselves. And yet, without discernment, you will find yourself bleeding for people who have no intention of healing. You will find yourself trapped in cycles of betrayal, confusion, and sorrow. You will spend your strength on people who take and take and take until there is nothing left of the bright soul you once were. Discernment is what separates true kindness from self-destruction. It is the quiet voice that whispers, "This one is not ready." It is the inner warning that says, "Your gift will be wasted here." It is the shield that protects your love from being devoured by those who do not value it. Without it, you become a well with no water, a light with no oil, too wounded to fight. Without it, your kindness does not save, it enables. Without it, your mercy does not heal. It feeds the very sickness it was meant to cure. The sad reality is that not everyone who asks for help wants to be healed. Not everyone who cries out for love is willing to honor it. Some people are addicted to their brokenness. Some people do not want salvation. They want company in their misery. And if you throw your kindness blindly to every desperate cry, you will soon find yourself drowning beside them, dragged into their darkness because you thought you could save what only God Himself can change. It is a hard thing to learn. It is a heartbreaking thing to realize that you cannot fix everyone, you cannot rescue everyone, you cannot heal every soul you meet. Your love is powerful, but it is not magic. Your mercy is beautiful, but it cannot override another person's will. True kindness requires the strength to say no. True kindness knows when to walk away. True kindness understands that sometimes the most loving thing you can do is to withhold, to step back, to let people face the consequences of their own choices. Without discernment, you will become a martyr to causes that were never yours to carry. Without discernment, you will waste years sowing into fields that will never produce fruit. You will watch your dreams wither under the weight of people you were never called to save. Your heart will grow bitter, your spirit will grow weary. And the light that once burned so brightly within you will flicker and fade. That is not the life you were created for. That is not the destiny you were designed to fulfill. You must learn to pair your kindness with vision. You must learn to match your compassion with wisdom. You must pray for the eyes to see who is ready, who is worthy, who is truly seeking change. There are souls out there who need your love, who will honor your mercy, who will rise because you dare to reach out a hand. Save your strength for them. Reserve your heart for them. Let your kindness be a river that brings life, not a flood that sweeps you away. Kindness is holy. Discernment is its guardian. Without it, your greatest gift becomes your greatest curse. Without it, you build bridges to places you were never meant to go. Without it, you become a prisoner to the very people you thought you were saving. Kindness without discernment leads to destruction, and your heart, your calling, your destiny are too precious to be lost on that road. There is a heavy burden that falls on the shoulders of those with tender hearts. The burden of believing they must fight every battle they see, fix every broken thing, defend every wounded soul, and carry every fallen comrade. But the truth that sets the soul free is this: not every battle is yours to fight. Not every war that rages around you has your name written on it. Some battles belong to others, some to time, and some to God Himself. You were not designed to swing your sword at every passing shadow. You were not created to bleed on every battlefield that calls for warriors. The world will try to convince you that you must answer every cry for help, engage in every argument, correct every wrong, stand against every evil. And while there are indeed battles you must fight, battles for truth, battles for your destiny, battles for the ones you are called to love, you must understand with holy clarity that stepping into the wrong fight will cost you everything. Your peace, your focus, your strength, your very soul can be drained away fighting battles that were never assigned to your hands. When you spend your energy fighting fights that are not yours, you leave the battles that do matter unguarded. You exhaust yourself on distractions while your true calling stands waiting. The enemy of your soul would love nothing more than to see you busy, bruised, and broken from wars that were never meant for you. Because as long as you are distracted, you are not advancing. As long as you are entangled in fights that drain your spirit, you cannot move forward into the destiny prepared for you. Every sword swung in the wrong battle is a sword not lifted in the right one. You must listen closely to the still small voice inside you that whispers, "This is not your fight." You must have the courage to walk away even when everything inside you screams to stay and struggle. Sometimes silence is more powerful than speaking. Sometimes stepping aside takes more strength than rushing in. True wisdom is not found in the loudness of battle cries, but in the stillness of knowing when to stand and when to walk away. You must understand that your calling is too precious to be wasted on battles that do not shape your future, that do not align with your purpose, that do not carry the weight of eternity. There are battles designed to teach others how to fight. There are storms meant to shape their own survivors. When you rush in to fight someone else's battle, you may rob them of the strength they were meant to gain. You may steal from them the very struggle that would have forged their character. It is not love to fight for them when they need to learn how to stand. It is not mercy to shield them from every blow. Sometimes the greatest act of love is to let them wrestle, to let them find their own victory in the arms of the one who truly saves. Not every offense must be answered. Not every slight needs to be corrected. Not every betrayal demands your retaliation. Some things are better left in the hands of God, whose justice is perfect and whose timing is sure. Your reputation is safest not in your defense, but in your surrender to Him. Your heart is strongest not in constant fighting, but in choosing peace over pride. There is more power in stepping back and trusting divine justice than in lashing out to prove yourself right. You must remember that your strength is not infinite. Your days are not endless. Your soul cannot be stretched thin over 1,000 meaningless wars and still have the fire to win the battles that truly matter. Choose your fights wisely. Guard your strength fiercely. Save your fire for the battles that shape your soul, for the wars that carry your purpose, for the struggles that carve your destiny in stone. When you know which battles are yours to fight, you walk with a power that no force can break, no enemy can withstand. Your life is too important, too great, your heart too precious to be wasted fighting every battle that calls your name. Let some battles go. Leave some wars to others. Lay down your sword when the fight is not yours. Walk on, head high, spirit strong, knowing that the greatest victories are reserved for those who fight only when the battle belongs to them. Your energy is not infinite. Every ounce of energy wasted on distractions is strength robbed from your destiny. You must believe that your life is too valuable to be cheapened by constant compromise. You must recognize that your destiny demands discipline. They carve out the sacred space where you can build, create, grow, and become all you were meant to be. Without boundaries, you run dry. You lose yourself trying to be everything to everyone, forgetting that you were designed to be someone specific for some.